I imagine that we will see and hear something from Vladimir Putin fairly soon, but it will be all in the vein of him continuing his normal work. Nothing to see here, you know, no ruffles, no feathers ruffled in the Kremlin. I think that will be the image that Vladimir Putin will be trying to project. I doubt that we'll see much from Yevgeny Prigozhin. The last pictures we did see of him were on Saturday night when he was waved off in a car from Rostov to cheers. A lot of people there clearly supporting Wagner troops and is presumably en route to Belarus, where he will probably, for the time being, sit quietly. And as for Sergei Shoigu, I don't think that we should have anticipated that he would have been unseated, certainly not by Putin, although that was what Yevgeny Prigozhin wanted. And I think the writing was on the wall for that from the last couple of weeks or months, in fact. The whole basis for all of this was that Sergei Shoigu had demanded that the mercenary groups operating in Ukraine, and there are quite a fair few of them, not just Wagner, come under the control of the Ministry of Defence and sign contracts with the Ministry of Defence to try and keep some kind of order over all these disparate bodies of fighting men, but also, I think, very much to keep Yevgeny Prigozhin under control. And Shoigu would not have done that without the decision or backing of Vladimir Putin. And that's what annoyed Prigozhin. And about 10 days ago, he came into Moscow with demands of his own, saying, I'm not going to sign contracts. I want to have a Wagner representative as Deputy Defence Minister. I want Sergei Shoigu to appear on boards of Wagner meetings. And that was clearly not palatable either to Shoigu or to Putin. And I think it was Putin's mistake that he allowed things to escalate over the intervening week and didn't stop Prigozhin in his tracks. But he doesn't speak directly to Prigozhin. He's always sort of kept him at arm's length, and I think that annoys Prigozhin too. And then he went on this possibly impulsive mutineering effort, which didn't really get him anywhere. And whether that's just because he didn't get the support that he needed within the military ranks or didn't have a clear enough goal remains to be seen, and we won't know unless we were to have a sit-down interview with Prigozhin, which he's not going to give us. But I think that Putin is not going to get rid of Shoigu, that this was all part of a package where he decided that the Ministry of Defence was to be in control of operations in Ukraine, and that was just the way it was. I said earlier that those pictures of Shoigu might not have been from Ukraine. I apologise, Kay. Apparently it is in the zone of the special military operation, as Russia likes to put it. So, of course, it is possible that in the future Putin may look to reshuffle his top military personnel, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, and certainly not because of the events of the weekend, because Vladimir Putin looked weak enough. He doesn't want to look now as though he's bowing to further pressure to reshuffle his top command.